House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jerry Nadler condemning anti-Semitic rhetoric in Washington and slamming this cartoon. Take a look closely at what we're talking about here. It was shared by both Congresswomen Ilhan Omar and Rashida Tlaib. Nadler calling out the freshman Democrats along with President Trump following their heated back and forth over Omar and Tlaib's canceled trip to Israel, tweeting, "The growing anti-Semitism in our political dialogue is repugnant. At Real Donald Trump's comments about disloyalty are a vicious and dangerous anti-Semitic trope, and the Carlos Latif cartoon forwarded by Representative Rashid and Ilhan can surely be read for its vile underlying message. It's just getting uglier." Zach Friend is a former Obama America spokesperson. David Bahnsen, a National Review contributor. David, let me start with you. You know it's bad when you're a Democratic member of Congress and you're getting lashed by members of your own party, especially when it comes to anti-Semitism, because so far the complaints have really come from the Republican side when it comes to these congresswomen. How far are Tlaib and Ilhan going to take this before it seriously causes damage to the Democratic Party?
It's already caused damage to the Democratic Party, and I think that they'll be continuing in their behavior until their own party actually puts teeth into the sanctions. And so Congressman Nadler did something very politically expedient. He did condemn them as he should have, but they have not touched their committee assignments. And until Democratic leadership is willing to touch their committee assignments, it's all kind of a moot point. And he blended it in with a criticism of President Trump, so he kind of played both sides of it in a real kind of rank attempt at whataboutism. So ultimately, I think what they're doing is having an impact with the American people because they obviously know that they can get away with this to whatever degree they want.
Zach, I want to read part of a statement that came out from the Jewish Telegraph Agency. They put this out. And basically, they're trying to explain what Trump meant by using the word disloyal. What Trump really meant, maybe meant, by calling Jewish Democrats disloyal. Disloyal is a curse in Trump's famously limited rhetorical vocabulary. He has deployed it against fellow Republicans who don't show him sufficient fealty, loyalty essentially, against corporations that oppose his policies. Now, the president, if you may remember, once disparaged Hillary Clinton as disloyal because she undercut Bernie Sanders. So then, with that said, what do you think Trump meant when he called Jewish voters disloyal if they vote Democrat?
Honestly, I don't sometimes know what the president ever means on some of the things he says. I mean, every single day, it seems like we're responding to a different tweet or a different comment he made. But I do know it was very offensive. I mean, as somebody actually of Jewish heritage, even my own family responded in a negative way to the comments that the president made. But I have to agree with Congressman Nadler here. I mean, everybody should be called out. If you say something inappropriate, you should be called out, irrespective of party. We're kind of at one of those worlds now where it sounds like you can only attack the other side. But if your own side says something that they shouldn't be saying, I appreciate that Congressman Nadler was willing and able to call out his own party as well.
All right. I want to turn now to impeachment talks because Jerry Nadler, once again, I mean, you know, he's staying on that trail, even though it doesn't look like statistically they have any shot of this going anywhere. But anyway, Nadler has asked other House chairs to provide records that would basically help the panel in making a decision on impeachment. So this is still happening anyway. What is your prediction on, both of you answer this, on how you believe this will go?
Well, I don't think that it's going anywhere, but what I really don't understand is why they would even want it to. Perhaps this move by Congressman Nadler, who is a reasonably intelligent operator, is meant to try to diffuse some of the blame for why it doesn't go anywhere by bringing other committee heads into it so he can kind of spread out the decision. But the reality is 65% of Americans do not support going anywhere with this impeachment claim, but 65% do have a problem with the trade war.